how did you know that Parsons was going to be able to rush the passer as well as he did? You're the only person I've ever seen to ever say that Micah Parsons could be a put his hand down guy. So I need that question answered.
The OC.
And boss, show me. Houston, we got a problem.
I've sat in handfuls of meetings with Schott. I've listened, I've watched him have deference to his...
Watched him have deference, huh? Yeah.
Like, we must have got a guard. That's the only thing that would have made him do that. That's it.
He know.
He know. Because he been watching Twitter, man.
We witnessing deference, y'all. Somebody got to be the bad guy and tell you. Humble submission and respect for Jerry Jones. That's what we looking at in preseason 1. I'm approving.
My reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live.
Yeah.
Boss, show me.
I will. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Brian Schottenheimer shows deference. Humble submission to Jerry. That preseason 1 wasn't Brian, y'all.
Shot it. Fight for, see, that's how to go out. Don't go out, just sit back. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna take Matthew Golden. No, fight for, you want it physical. You said you want it physical. Fight for it.
Ain't fighting no more. I don't even blame him. This gonna be a good one. Yup. Boss showed me be at his best on days like this.
Oh my God.
Somebody else said
It is.
Boss Cowboy Sports. Where your voice matters.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What'll that make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
Say goodnight to the bad guy. So, I know a lot of y'all, especially the people that's executives. So, the people that watch this channel, they really know football, bro. This is not a channel for the casual fan. This is a channel for people who truly keep up, who truly know the Cowboys. Because some people, they showing up right now, right? So they don't know the pattern of what we've been watching. So when they watching preseason, they like, what's the big deal? And they won't understand that people who really love this team know what they looking at. And know that what we saw was not Brian Schottenheimer. It wasn't Brian Schottenheimer at all. So we go prove it today, and we go talk about it. It's sad because I kind of saw this coming. This is why I always was saying that the most important thing is to protect Brian Schottenheimer. And it was clearly that the game plan that we saw, that the way they came out with their script, which is the first 15 plays, did not reflect what he was telling us he wanted to see and what he wanted. So you can fool the casual, and the casual go come in and they gonna be real aggressive. I'm gonna show you one. I'm gonna show you a casual fan who was aggressive because this is that time of the year to where people, you know, they wanna feel good. They wanna believe and all that kind of stuff. But you can't be people like us with knowledge, right? When you know the culture, when you know what Brian Schottenheimer is trying to build, and you see clear preseason contradictions to it. So I wouldn't be me if I didn't show you, okay? I'm gonna try to give us a solution too, all right? But it's a hard solution, man. And it's bad, bro. Listen, you just make sure you can handle the truth. Make sure you can handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth!
Because I'm finna give it to you. So let me show you the type of energy people come with when they come in with a casual spirit, okay? So this is somebody that was responding to us at the pregame when we was watching preseason 1. And he said, we are not cooked. Shotty said before the game they were not going to run certain plays till the season starts. We're not cooked. It's one damn game. Preseason, all that, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. You see what I'm saying? We'll be fine. Y'all sound goofy as if you guys really know what you're talking about. It's always about 4 to 5 of y'all on here talking goofy like y'all are no better than ESPN First Take and the rest of the mainstream media. I used to watch this content, but the Cowboys content creators become goofy, and it's sad. So then he, was real aggressive. See, but you talk like that when you don't know what you're looking at. So I'm gonna show you what's going on. All right, I'm gonna make it real clear for people like that, because people like that just now showing up. They ain't the type of people that listen to Brian all through the off season. They not the type of people who really know the coach. So to them, it's just preseason. What's the big deal? Okay, so let me kind of start from the very beginning, and I'm gonna really break this down on what the issues is. All right, so let me change the vibe up real quick before I start proving it. All right, so remember, Jerry started when Brian Schottenheimer had his first press conference. Listen to this.
In handfuls of meetings with Schott. I've listened, I've watched him have deference to his head coach. I've watched him have deference to experience guys like Zimmer, guys Louds got around.
See, remember, you got to know what deference is. So when he's saying deference, remember, Jerry is saying, when he says deference, humble submission and respect. So he was basically saying one of the attributes that he liked about him as a head coach was the fact that he basically bit his lip. He had humble submission. And Jerry was saying that was a positive trait.
I've sat in handfuls of meetings with Schott. I've listened, I've watched him have deference to his head coach. I've watched him have deference to experience guys like Zimmer, guys Louds got around. I've watched him bite his lip sometime when he didn't necessarily agree.
And see, he was talking about the traits that he liked about Brian Schottenheimer.
With that direction, but he bit his lip as his daddy would have told him to bite your lip.
Do you know how crazy that is? His daddy has passed. And you over here talking about his daddy would have wanted him to bite his lip.
Have deference to the head coach. I've watched him exercise those things.
So Jerry was explaining the trait that he liked about Brian Schottenheimer when he was picking him as head coach. So one of the things that he liked, and basically the traits that he was saying he wanted to see, basically, was a coach that know how to bite his lip. So we've been hearing Brian push for competition. We've been hearing Brian do all that, right? And see, if you think I'm playing, this was Jerry that same day talking about Brian and his vision and deference. Listen.
Jerry, you talked a couple of times about deference and how you noticed that Shotty would defer in sometimes. And
so this is January 27, 2025. Listen.
Stephen mentioned that deference as well. Yeah. I'm curious, what assurances would you give to Cowboys fans that now he has this voice as the head coach, that he won't have to show that deference to you or to Stephen, and he can be his own man and speak up?
I want y'all to listen to that question one more time. Let's take our time. We not gonna rush this. Let's take our time. Listen to that question one more time. Humble submission and respect.
Jerry, you talked a couple of times about deference.
Yeah, you talked about deference. See, I showed it in the press conference. You talked about deference.
How you noticed that Shotty would defer in sometimes. And Stephen mentioned that deference as well. Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah, Stephen likes it as well. See, don't forget that. Don't forget that.
Jerry, you talked a couple of times about deference and how you noticed that Shotty would defer in sometimes. And Stephen mentioned that deference as well. Yeah. I'm curious, what assurances would you give to Cowboys fans that now he has this voice as the head coach, that he won't have to show that deference to you or to Stephen, and he can be his own man and speak up?
Fantastic question. Fantastic question. He shouldn't have to defer to you. He shouldn't have. It should be his vision. It should be letting him cook. That should be an easy answer, but listen close.
Well, first of all, I've been around a lot of my life when I took the best and used it for the benefit of your success. So,
who is he talking about? Is he talking about Brian Schottenheimer, or is he talking about himself as the ultimate decision maker over Brian? Talking about himself.
Well, I have done that. I've done it both ways. And I've said no and I've said yes.
Yeah. So to my head coach, I've said no and I've said yes. So it was times coaches wanted to do things, and Jerry is admitting that it was times he said no.
And that's what I'm motivated.
Now he asked about Brian Schottenheimer and not having to defer to him and Stephen.
I've got a lot at stake.
I have a lot at stake. No, in other words, shit, it ain't finna go that way. It's not getting ready to go the way where the head coach has say. I have say. I'm the coach. So when I was watching preseason 1, that's what we was watching. Coach Jerry.
I've got a genuine interest in the happiness of our fans. I think we all acknowledge that I do, that I have it. I have a keen interest in having the kind of success that we're specifically talking about, and that's going to the playoffs and winning. So all of that is alive and well. And there is change. There is change.
Yeah, that change he talking about was Brian. But he's sending a clear signal that the person that's really in charge of it all is him. Deference.
Mike did some good things, but there'll be some changes in all there.
Was that the answer you was looking for? No. So when you got people like this guy that come in and say, why was y'all mad? Why was y'all mad? See, my boy Weeble Black literally called me. He said, boss, calm me down. I said, I can't, bro. I can't tell you nothing, bro. This ain't nothing I can tell you. I know football too well. So we all know Brian Schottenheimer been preaching that the games are won in the trenches. And you telling me games are won and lost in the trenches and you don't let Booker play? Now, you stood on a table for Booker. You stood on the table when he was drafted and he didn't get no work preseason game 1, bro. And then when you look around the league, all the first rounders played in preseason 1 unless something was wrong with them. So you telling me the man who been preaching that games are won and lost in the trenches didn't get his guy some work? So now you got everybody scrambling to cover for the sins of Jerry. You want to see it? Because I'm going to show you. You want to see somebody scrambling? I'm going to show you what it's like when you're working under Jerry, where you know better than what they doing, but now you got to go out there and try to make what they are doing make sense. So let's just listen to Clayton Adams, because Boss go show you. And watch this, because this is not going to make any sense if you have common sense. And it's going to only take him 2 minutes to contradict himself. So listen to this.
Doing awesome. Pretty beautiful day here.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. How do you get Joe Milton to kind of relax a little bit and get the flow of things?
I think we just keep coaching him and.
So how do you get Joe Milton to relax? We gonna come back to Joe. But listen.
Give him, continually put him in situations where he's got to make decisions and stuff. And I think that always the first preseason game for every player, especially in a new system, you got kind of a heightened sense of awareness and probably a little bit of anxiety. And I think you saw throughout the game that he did calm down. And, we believe in what he can do. And I think it's just really just about reps.
You notice that during the game and feel like, let me go chat with him a little bit just to get him going?
I just think you do anything that you can to try to help guys when they're playing, and I was in the box, so I didn't really have any contact with him on the sideline.
Dallas Cowboys. Can you talk about the decision to not play Tyler Booker?
You sure? Clarence Hill with the right question. Can you talk about the decision not to play Booker? What's up with that? Cause see, everybody know football like this your first rounder. This your guy who been struggling at practice. Listen, just listen. And he started talking about developing a young guy, right? Y'all hearing that? Good question, Clarence. Let me turn it down.
Well, I think in regards to Book, I think it's really just more about you kind of look at those things week to week and how much contact you've had during the week. And obviously during that week, we had a really long physical practice with the Rams and they're starting.
We look at it week to week. See, that's why. See, that's the storyline they trying to give us. It was just a hard week. It wasn't nothing. Come on. It was just a hard week, boss. Come on, calm down. You panicking. Nah, boss be listening. Watch this. Keep listening.
Group, and so it's really more about workload per week than really anything else. And so.
Oh, it's about workload? Okay. Keep talking.
We felt like that was the right decision to make for that week, and we'll assess those type of decisions again this week. In regards to Nate, Nate's he's holding in the road, and you see his ability, and you see his growth, and it's definitely been fun to watch, because I feel like he's come a long way since we started the offseason program.
Is it surprise you? Anything, I mean, here's a guy who was 7th-round pick last year, he was last rookie, and now he's thrown out there with a starter.
So now he's talking about Nate out there with the starters. Watch him contradict himself.
He doesn't look like a fish out of water. I don't know how you look at it, but
No, I'd say that he's doing well. In response to, does it surprise me? I think that I've gotten to the point, I think this is year 20 for me doing this, where I've tried to reserve judgment until you see players in pads
So you reserve judgment until you see players in pads. So shimmels don't impress you, walkthroughs don't impress you. Okay, let's keep listening.
Then after that, you try to reserve a little more judgment until you see guys playing games.
The games give you the ultimate judgment. Wow. So hold on. Practice, we had tough practices, but you admitting out your own mouth that game is where the ultimate judgment should be. When you put them dudes under fire. Which lets you know the first thing he said was wee woo.
Just because I think it's easy when you're running around with just helmets on or whatever, say like, I think this guy's this, I think that guy's that. I think when you're playing a position like offensive line especially, you want to see guys in pads, and you want to see how they respond to adversity and really high pressure situations and games. And no, I'm not really surprised.
You want to see him respond in what? You want to see him in high pressure situations?
And then after that, you try to reserve a little more judgment until you see guys playing games. Just because I think it's easy when you're running around with just helmets on or whatever, say like, I think this guy's this, I think that guy's that. I think when you're playing a position like offensive line especially, you want to see guys in pads, and you want to see how they respond to adversity and really high pressure situations and games. And no, I'm not really surprised, just because, you tend to see that almost every year with somebody.
So when you talking about Booker, he had a hard practice. We had some physical practices. So we elected him. No, bro. Y'all covering up for Jerry, bro. This is Jerry and Steven and what they tend to do with every training camp. They make it soft. So the vision of Brian was to have a physical camp and competition, and you don't bubble wrap game one all these players that you're trying to see under fire and then say that's common sense. So for all the people who just, it's just preseason, you YouTubers, you're talking like ESPN. Now, people that know what they looking at, you was pissed and should have been pissed. You should have been pissed. See, I ain't go live yesterday because I already know, man. I would have been madder than this because I was mad. I was like, nah, bro. This ain't right what y'all doing, O'Brien. Bubble wrapping all them dudes. And the guy that... So I've been seeing a lot of people say, why are they playing so flat? Because Jerry and Steven stepped on the message of competition. See, it was a whole lot of people I kept saying, like my boy DMV said it. Let me show my boy DMV tweet. So I'm going to talk about a couple of things, and let me show my boy DMV tweet, man. Let me go to my boy DMV. Hold on real quick. Where my boy DMV at? Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Okay, got it. But he was talking about the speed, the difference in speed. Listen, people not gonna play hard when it's already decided. See, once you bubble wrap all them guys, you send a message. Let me turn off the music when I say that. When you bubble wrap all them guys, see, people not thinking. When you bubble wrap all them guys, you send a message. You know what the message was? These are our guys. And so everybody that was playing was like, y'all already sent the message who the dudes are. And I gotta be the bad guy. I gotta be the one that say it. Cause a lot of people not gonna say it. So I gotta be the one to tell the truth on this.
You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What'll I make you? Good? So say good night to the bad guy. You just know how to hide. Come on. Lie.
B-Bird with the super chat. Hold on real quick. By not playing starters like the last two coaches tell me that we might have another puppet. That's what I'm doing the show on, B-Bird, right now. Is you can't preach all this competition and sit all them people in the lights. The Jones still running things and Shotty is a lot of talk. Yep. Yeah. And the culture is gone. Everything that he built is dead, brother. It was killed on the spot by the people that want a coach with deference. By the people who want submission to their vision. So for everybody, why was they flat? Why wasn't they laced? So then let's go through where I'm gonna show you Brian Schottenheimer. So check this out. Listen to Brian. Change the vibe a little bit. Change the vibe a little bit. Now listen to Brian.
I'm doing great. How you guys doing? Morning.
And let me just ask you a question. When you look at Clayton Adams and you look at Brian Schottenheimer, do they look happy? They look flat too, don't they? Tell the truth.
Yeah, well, part of the issue with Nate was we didn't have many snaps in the first quarter, as you guys know from watching the game. We didn't start very fast as a football team. But again, we're going to go through those, Calvin, here in the next couple of days and have a plan. What I would say to you guys, the biggest thing for us that I'm excited about is we got 2 padded practices on Tuesday, Wednesday.
So, as you can see, they got their talking points ready. Is the reason why Tyler Booker says the same thing Clayton Adams said. The reason why you see Booker, because we got these padded practice. But see, Clayton Adams, you just admit that you don't even take that serious until you see it under high pressure situations like games. See, these are not your coaches, y'all. Your coaches contradicting themselves, and if they contradicting themselves, you gotta use your common sense and say who behind it. Why are you doing exactly what you said you wasn't gonna do?
A little practice before we get out of here on Thursday. So we got a little heavy lifting this week, which is going to be great, and we need it.
Subscribe to the theory that young offensive linemen need snaps, not so much in practice, but in live games before the start.
Yeah, young offensive linemen need snaps.
Of the regular season.
Yeah, I think they have to play some. I think what's the
I think they have to play some. Well, why didn't Booker play at all? Why? See, for all the people that, oh, you content creators, y'all talking goofy. See, y'all just want to be positive, bro. That's what I know about a lot of these Cowboy fans. And so when people start telling the truth, you can't handle it.
You can't handle the truth.
So when people start showing you that they are being interfered with, you get mad at the people that's trying to liberate.
Magic number. I don't think that there is a magic number. I think we get some great work against our guys every day. But, you know, I do think that they need to play some. I think most young.
Yeah. So why didn't it happen? I do think they need to play some. I do. So you think they need to play some, but it didn't happen. So who is behind that decision?
Players need to play some, and I think you'll see that when you watch this lineup against Baltimore.
You think? See, Mike McCarthy used to talk like that. You think? See, why can't you say definitively if Booker is go play? Why does the head coach think, or I'm not sure? And then it gets crazier. So, cause I'm listening to Brian, man. I'm over here listening. I'm listening. I like Brian, but I don't blame Brian, cause they are unsullying him like they do. See, if you don't know what unsully is, that's where they cut your private parts off. Yeah, where just like they came out with the Dolly Parton music because he had that hype music. Yeah, he had that hype at practice. Yeah, and then all of a sudden he come out there on some, hey, he got say too. So today we coming out with Dolly Parton. I don't care if it was a slow part of practice. Dolly Parton is not what you do when all the practices was hype. Brian put in all this work to create all this energy at these practices. He did all that work, and Jerry just went in there and stepped on it. Be positive, boss. Listen, bro, I'm not the type of person that's gonna put my head in the sand, man. Just because I want y'all to feel good. Nah, bro. Too honest. I'm too real for that. So we go back and we go watch something, and I'm gonna show you that it's some obvious politics going on, unless you just want to be silly. Listen.
It's back, so that was definitely addressed.
Listen.
Brian Cutter with ESPN, you told us last week that after the game you'll start thinking about the 53 with the group and things. Is there worry at your cornerback spot?
Well, I wouldn't say, Todd, that I think we start thinking about the 53. I think we got a long way to go on this thing. I think what I meant, or what should have been taken, was we're moving guys around on the depth chart because of the fact that we've got, again, 2 physical padded practices coming up this week. We've got another one on Thursday. We play a very physical team on Saturday against Baltimore at home opener, which should be a blast. But, it's premature for us to start thinking about the 53-man roster. I'll get to your question. But, to me, that's what this is about. Part of the process right now is, okay, these guys played well. This guy needs to get more reps. This guy gets a little bit less reps. We communicate that to them. Hey, here's why you're getting less reps. It's because of X, Y, Z. It's not a punishment. It said, hey, maybe this guy's doing better than you, or maybe you didn't play very well, and that's why. But in terms of the cornerback depth, I think, we're getting guys reps that need it. I thought, a guy like Booth, did some good things.
Who did some good things? Y'all tell me in the chat if I heard that right. Who? Who? So all of us with eyes, I don't care how big of a homer you are. I don't care how much you want to believe in stupidity. All of us know Booth is just not that guy. I like his hustle. I like how he tries. But every time you see Booth, he's cooked by all levels. From Adams to the practice squad players, every time you... Why are you bigging up Booth? So let's just kind of look at this and study the politics of what's going on. So my brother-in-law nation put out something. He said, respectfully, if Stephon Gilmore showed up in a walking boot, I'm still putting him over Andrew Booth. Brian Broaddus responded, the more I ask, the more pushback I receive. So Brian Broaddus is getting pushback for just even asking about Booth. I don't care if you don't like Izzy. Izzy is better than Booth and been better than Booth. So you got Brian clearly on some deference, like he's blind. Booth, he shows some good things. See, you talk like that when your boss like that player. And see, I've been studying them to know that if they was high on you in a draft process, they don't give up on you. They did that same thing. That's why they picked Mingo. See, they was high on Mingo in the draft process. That's why. They was high on James Washington in the draft process. See, if they was high on you, that's almost like being a son to them. That's why when Brian Broaddus even asks about Booth, he gets pushback. And that's why you see goofy stuff like Booth starting over Izzy and Brian having to tap dance and say, Booth did some good things. No, he didn't. And you know it. But you have to play the game, don't you, sir? Because your bosses like Booth. Your bosses believe in Booth. So you got to stand in front of us and give us this wee-woo and say, yeah, Booth did some good things.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo, wee-woo.
You know, Iz made a beautiful interception. And I do think that we have some guys that hopefully will be back sooner than later. But right now, we're still in the process of competing every day.
Bullshit.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo, wee-woo.
Nah, this ain't competition, man. Nah. We ain't stupid. Now, if you want to go to somebody else's channel where they gonna lie to you, go for it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is not no competition, bro. It is not no competition because Izzy is the one that got the momentum. He should be the guy starting versus the Ravens.
Period. If this is about competition, he should be starting now and going forward because he played better in the pressure situation. See, Clayton Adams said, I look at it in phases. I don't get impressed when we're not in pass. I'm gonna give you a little bit more when we put on the pads, but I'm gonna really give you the bonus when you do it under the lights. So the guy who played better under the lights was Izzy. So it should be no talk on Boot. But when you in this toxic environment, you gotta send a signal that I like Boot, but what you really trying to do is sneak out Izzy. That's the situation we in, man. So, let me show one more part that had a lot of people that know football mad. Now, the casuals, they don't understand this. Like the people like this guy that was real spicy, he don't understand this. Because of people like this, they just want to feel good. So they not gonna understand this next part. See, this next part I'm gonna talk about is for football people. For people that been paying attention. Like Voss says, for the people that's ready for the test. Listen to that shot right here.
Brad Sham, Cowboys Radio 105.3 fan.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Is Milton the backup quarterback?
Is Milton the backup quarterback? So if you're a casual, I'm finna talk football, okay? Don't be like that guy that was going at us. Really listen. So we can now you go understand the anger you were seeing if you pay attention.
From the standpoint of, I know Cooper Rush last year he felt it hurt him that he didn't get to play more while you.
He said Cooper Rush felt hurt that he didn't get to play more. So isn't it funny this is for football people. See, for people that pay attention, they noticed the pattern last year too. Everybody that know football was like, why are we featuring Trey Lance? Are we trying to showcase Trey Lance, or are we trying to get the team ready? What we doing?
Oh, we're looking at Lance. What you saw of Greer the other night, what you know of him from before, did he earn more playing time in preseason? How do you?
Did Greer earn more playing time in preseason?
Yeah, I think, our plan all along has been that we need to find out about Joe Milton. And again, under no circumstance am I panicked or worried about Joe Milton. Joe Milton played really well in the second half. He did some really good things. He calmed down. He figured it out. But I'd be crazy if I didn't say to you how impressed I am with Will Greer. I mean, all the guy does is when given opportunities. And like I said, we communicate very clearly with our players. So like the scrimmage against the Rams, we told them, hey, man, why don't you drink some water and hang out?
Is that Brian? Because that don't sound like Brian, y'all. You said what? What happened to competition? What?
Or did he earn more playing time in preseason? How do you?
Yeah, I think, our plan all along has been that we need to find out about Joe Milton. And again, under no circumstance am I panicked or worried about Joe Milton. Joe Milton played really well in the second half. He did some really good things. He calmed down. He figured it out. But I'd be crazy if I didn't say to you how impressed I am with Will Greer. I mean, all the guy does is when given opportunities. And like I said, we communicate very clearly with our players. So like the scrimmage against the Rams, we told them, hey, man, why don't you drink some water and hang out?
All right.
before I go back to that. Let's just use our common sense. Do players regress sometimes? I'm asking the question. Do players regress? Or do you just assume they was the same player they was two preseasons ago? You just assume that. Or if it's competition, don't you put one quarterback in under pressure and then put the other quarterback in under pressure and grade both to try to see who need to be our number two? See, I know we woo when I heard, bro. People regress, Brian. You know that. So for you to sit out here and just say, hey, have a seat. Is that competition? Is that what you've been preaching?
Oh, hell no!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And next thing you know, he's in the game, and did a great job. Same thing in this game. Will wasn't planning on playing very much, if at all. And next thing you know, he's got to go in, couple shoulder shrugs, and away he goes, and uses his feet, little Fran Tarkenton, a little ball fake, and all that stuff. But again, Brad, we're going to let these guys all compete, and it's
what? Man, Jerry got y'all looking straight goofy, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. How you say in the same breath? How do you literally say in the same breath you told the quarterback, hey, take it off. Go drink you some Gatorade. Then you come out there and say, we gonna let these guys compete. See, now you don't even look strong. You don't look like a leader of men right now. You don't.
It's not a negative against Will Grier that he's not getting the reps. I've been around Will Grier for a couple years now. We know who Will Grier is. We are not surprised when he goes in and does that. It's figuring out more the Joe Milton. It's the unknown more than the competition.
Oh shit. Did he just roll his eyes at his own mantra? Did I?
Couple shoulder shrugs, and away he goes, and uses his feet, little Fran Tarkenton, a little ball fake, and all that stuff. But
watch. Y'all tell me if he's going to roll his eyes at his central theme.
Again, Brad, we're going to let these guys all compete, and
see, that was your central theme.
It's not a negative against Will Grier that he's not getting the reps. I've been around Will Grier for a couple years now. We know who Will Grier is. We are not surprised when he goes in and does that. It's figuring out more the Joe Milton. It's the unknown more than the competition.
Oh my God. He rolled his eyes at his central theme. See, Jerry got you out there looking backwards, man. See, that's why I don't even blame you, bro. I get it. See, they create the mess, and now you gotta be the person that try to clean this up. They did it to him. They did it to Mike McCarthy. They did it to Jason Garrett. When Jason Garrett said, let me be the play caller, they said, nope. Nah, you ain't gonna be the play caller. Somebody said that's the replay of the year. Yeah, he rolled his eyes literally at his own central theme. See, people like that guy that was going off because they casual, they don't understand that because they're casual. But the people that knows Brian Schottenheimer's central theme, which is what? Compete every day and you have to earn it. Oh, so now it's competition. Yeah. We got us a super chat. He said, we're in preseason and the writing already on the wall. Appreciate you, boss. I'm going to talk about maybe how we can get out of this, man, but it ain't looking good, y'all. It just ain't, bro.
You can't handle the truth.
Just take it easy on my back.
Take it easy on my back.
So, let's talk about Joe Milton, right? See, when you like this guy, it's just preseason. Shotty said that he was going to hold back some plays. We wasn't mad at the plays. We was mad at the philosophy we was watching. Okay, let me say that again. Dennis, he was hot. It's okay. I ain't mad at his energy. Because a lot of people, when they come to this channel and they start hearing what's really going on and they want to hear just positivity and that we going to the Super Bowl, this upsets them. So they, instead of saying, damn, man, Jerry, get out the way, they'll go to us and say, you YouTubers act like ESPN. So let's talk about this from football. And see, I want to talk about this because, like I said, this is what I know. Literally, most people are casuals. Most fans are casuals. It's nothing wrong with being a casual. At the same time, you got to sit back and be at least open. Listen to both sides. You got to hear out the case. Because I can make the case on why Blackwell was mad, why Lou was mad watching the game. Because we wasn't mad at the plays. Like he say, Shotty already said he's holding back the plays. We wasn't mad at the plays. We was mad at the obvious philosophy change. That's what we was mad at. And it was obvious, a philosophy change. Let's talk about it. So my boy Joe Milton, y'all give me 1 second. So he goes out and talks about wanting to feature Joe. And Joe out there Tuck so funny, bro. Tuck out there Joe Milton out there throwing them balls hard. Yeah. Why? Because guess what? Joe Milton wasn't even running a Brian Schottenheimer style. So y'all heard him say over and over in the offseason what? He said over and over, games are won and lost in the trenches. How many times did he say that? How many times did he say we're going to run the ball? Hell yeah, we're gonna. He told us we are gonna go as our offensive line go. Didn't he say that? See, casuals that just came in, they don't know that. But the people that been paying attention, like Lou, like Amp, like me, like Coach Marv, who was watching that day, like my boy Blackwell. My boy Blackwell said after the first 3 series, he turned it off. He turned it off. Not because he was emotional, because he actually is a real fan. And he said, this ain't Brian, bro. This ain't Brian. See, people that know his real philosophy knew when we were seeing Jerry philosophy. and Steven philosophy. Because what they want is controversy. See, they like to talk of, is Joe Milton gonna push Dak? So you mean to tell me Brian came out there with a script to throw it 6 times in a row? Out the gate, and you wonder why he was throwing it hard as hell? Because he had no kind of rhythm, his nerves all the way through the roof, y'all featuring him, and he out there busting balls in they back with the ball. He eventually settled down, but how you settle down a quarterback early in the game is you run the ball. You let him get his nerves out by handing it off. Get some success. Let him get some 3rd and shorts. No, you came out gunning. And then you wonder why he breaking balls back with the ball. So people that know Brian's philosophy know we wasn't looking at Brian philosophy. Appreciate the super chat, OG. He said, boss, great content. Just want to support the channel. Man, I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that greatly. Because listen, man, I'm going to be honest, bro. It's not easy being a bad guy, bro. It's not easy coming out here telling the truth, knowing most people want to hear candy. That is not easy. Because literally, most people...
Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie.
I'm gonna play the whole
say
clip.
good night to the bad guy.
Let me play it over.
Come on.
Let me play the whole thing.
You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
My boy B Bird. Also, I do want to say this. My boy B Bird has started a new YouTube channel. I was one of the first 13 subscribers. His character is A1, y'all. Trust me. He's a guy that's gonna talk about this type of stuff. He not gonna be scared. Because there's a lot of content creators, they scared to talk about this type of stuff because they know a lot of our fans soft as hell and they don't want to hear it. You know, most of our fans want positive. That's why the people that's like always positive and stay away from this type of stuff, their channels grow. Because that's what our fans want to hear. But when you're trying to win, you got to take this stuff on. So you will sometimes slow down your growth just to say what needs to be said. So this is what B Bird said. So make sure y'all follow his channel. He said, this might be the earliest that the Jones have broken the coach. Yep. It all goes back to the deference comment that Jerry made it in the piece. Man, I played it at the very beginning of the show. I don't know if you was here, B Bird. That's what I started the show with. Yeah, breaking him.
I've sat in handfuls of meetings with Schott. I've listened, I've watched him have deference to his head coach.
See, remember deference, you got to know what the definition is. Humble submission.
I've watched him have deference to experience. Guys like Zimmer, guys Louds got around.
Hold on real quick. My boy Smoke one for you with the super chat. He said, boss, I'm not mad at the stats. No lie. Explain what you mean by that, Smoke. I don't know what you mean by that. I want to be clear on what you mean, bro.
I've watched him bite his lip sometime when he didn't necessarily agree.
What kind of shit is... So this is your head coach, and you saying the trait that you like is that you saw him bite his lip.
I've sat in handfuls of meetings with Schott. I've listened, I've watched him have deference to his head coach. I've watched him have deference
What kind of
to experience guys like Zimmer, guys Lou's got around. I've watched him bite his lip sometime when he didn't necessarily agree.
Boss, you content creators talking goofy. No, bro, you just casual, bro. That's all it is. That you just listen. We really truly know this team, man. We know this. We was able to look in the first 3 series and was like, man, this ain't Brian, dog. This is Jerry, bro. That's not him, bro. He preached something totally different the whole off season.
With that direction, but he bit his lip as his daddy would have told him to bite.
Do you know how disrespectful that is, bro, for somebody to talk about your dead daddy? Your daddy would have wanted you to bite your lip, bro. Dude, like, who, man? And people don't have the common sense to see that. Like, if my dad is dead, man, keep my dad name out your mouth in deference. My dad never wanted me to be no man that bite their lip. His daddy wanted it. Man, you know how arrogant you gotta be?
Your lip. Have deference to the head coach.
Oh, that's the trait you like.
I've watched him exercise those things.
Yeah. So B Bird, this is the other clip I played at the beginning. Just how toxic this environment is. And this is what people will say. This is what people will say, B Bird. They moving different. Front office, no.
Jerry, you talked a couple of times about deference and how you noticed that Schotty would defer in sometimes. And Steven mentioned that deference as well.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what assurances would you give to Cowboys fans that now he has this voice as the head coach, that he won't have to show that deference to you or to Steven, and he can be his own man and speak up?
Yeah. How much confidence you gonna get the fans that he can be his own man, where he don't have to speak up? Where Angie came up with, let Brian cook. Yeah, we want to know, are you gonna let Brian cook? Let's listen to his answer.
Well, first of all, I've been around a lot of my life.
No, he asked about Brian, not you.
When I took the best and used it for the benefit of your success.
Hold on real quick. He asked about Brian.
So I have done that. I've
done
it both ways. And I've said no, and I've said yes.
So in other words, this shoddy thing of him doing it. See, this shoddy thing of this shoddy thing of like the Washington Commanders. Hold on real quick. Y'all hold on. Black, I'm live. You trying to get in the show? Man, I know. I'm finna put you on, bro. Let me finish my point. I'm finna put you on. All right. Say, this is my first time my partner called me. That boy say, put me on. They ain't listening to you, boss. They gonna listen to me. All right, hold on real quick. Before my boy Black go and take off. Listen, y'all. So y'all remember the Washington Commanders? Y'all remember what Magic said? Magic said, we hired the coach and we got it his way. Y'all remember that? Yeah. And then people will sit back and wonder why they went to the NFC Championship. And then go look at the politics over there and how it was different. Remember, we had Noah, right? The former first rounder, right? Did he get any act with us?
Oh, Oh, hell no.
He went right over there and was they starting nickel. He ain't had no chance. Cause why? He was an outside free agent. He wasn't one of our guys. So guess who else immediately got some act over there that Dan Quinn wanted? Bobby Wagner. See, when your coach run it, and see, we still got people that believe Dan Quinn liked little linebackers, and the whole time he was trying to get Bobby Wagner. But when you go ahead and get out your coach way, your team might go farther, like Washington instantly did. Black, I'm finna put you on. Black, you live.
Hey, look, y'all. I don't see how nobody ain't tired of this shit, bro. Like, a lot of us out here as fans, bro, a lot of y'all fans ain't get to see us win in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? We know championship teams when we see them. If you seen them, you know it when you see it.
That's right.
They are getting in the way of this shit, y'all.
Yep.
We got to put pressure on them.
Yep.
Like, y'all everybody need to take their time out of this show and share this shit and tag the Cowboys in it, bro. We got to put pressure on them. This is ridiculous, bro. It's going too far. Like, bro, we done sat around, we done traded away draft capital, getting Pickens in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to win, bro. This is not a winning recipe, what they doing at all. It's like they trying to appease investors or something. When, to be honest with you, we got the biggest fan base in this league. We the biggest fan base. Like, our money, we spend more money than any other fan base in the NFL.
That's right.
You get more views from us than any other fan base in the NFL. Our voice do matter, y'all. I have literally tweeted out on several times and shared tweets and stuff and got responses back from a couple different minions of Jerry and them. And I ain't gonna name no names because I don't want to mess it up because I want them to keep responding. But I'm telling y'all, man, look, I'm tired, man. Like, this is it's going too far. The disrespect on one tech. You know what I'm saying? All of it. Like, we watching the teams in our division starting to run circles around us now.
Yeah, bro. And
we was ahead of them. People, we was slapping them.
Yep.
We was slapping them, we was all partying, throwing like, 40 burger on Eagles, 40 burger on Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
it was easy money.
What we doing
and they
now?
called us. Yeah.
It's a running league now, and we still doing this pass happy shit.
That's right.
When I saw, like I said, bro, when I saw the first 3 possessions, bro, I cut that shit off. I really only watched 2.
That's because you know football, though. Because you know this was not Brian's philosophy. Like, people that's why that dude was, man, you content create because he wanted to feel good. See, you just tuned in, Bubba. Now, those of us who've been paying attention to Brian knew that wasn't Brian. It's like, bro, he was preaching something the whole time outside of what we saw.
And look, if y'all still don't believe it, how is it a true competition? How many carries did Deuce get? We still don't know to this day what Deuce Vaughn is yet.
Right.
We still don't know what Izzy is. We believe in them.
Right.
Some of us believe in these players. These players been on our team for over 3 years now, and we don't know what the fuck they are now. We should have been new. Should have been new. It's ridiculous, man. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I don't know if y'all are tired as I'm tired. I'm tired, man.
No, I'm tired.
We done had. I've literally sat back since we last won our last Super Bowl. I've sat back and watched. I would say easily about maybe 4 or 5 years that we should have at least went back to the NFC Championship game and possibly won the Super Bowl, and we ain't winning because of these dumbass motherfuckers in the front office, man.
Yep.
they fuck it up every time.
Every time.
It don't be true competition.
Nope.
It don't be respect on the positions that needed. Like right now, Steven just did an interview with Nick Eatman. He pretty much admitted to everybody he know it's a problem. He got a problem right now at defensive tackle and cornerback. And yet and still, you still ain't went out there and spent the money on to go get him. You got over $30 million in cap space.
Nope.
$30 million.
It's one tech still sitting out there.
It's one tech still sitting out there. It's corners still sitting out there. A lot of the fan base won't Gilmore to come back.
Right.
Gilmore is not going to cost that much right now at his old age for you to bring him in to be a piece, man. Like, this is ridiculous, man. I'm tired. It's hard for me to buy in. It's like everything you've been showing tonight, boss, bro. To be honest with you, bro, I've been so checked out ever since Michael asked for the daggone trade, bro. I don't want to hear shit that Shotty got to say. I don't want to hear shit, goddamn it, all Eberflus got to say. I don't want to hear none of them got to say, because it ain't them. It's on this front office.
That's right.
Michael Parsons is the best player we've had on this team in a long time.
Yep.
Fuck what anybody say about the podcast.
My boy Ty Church said, and he right on this. Tyrone Church said this. I'm going to be real. We always 2 players short. That is
always,
the damn
always.
That's the chat of the year, bro.
Bro,
every year we 2 players short, bro. Literally.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Ty Church, I feel like we right there right now.
Right there, yeah. Again. We right there again. We've been right
there for like the last 4 years, to be honest.
Yeah,
with
that's where he's right. No, he's right. He said it perfect.
But before that,
yeah, those 3 years we went 12 and 5. Yes. Them 3 years we went 12. We should have had Bobby Wagner. That was the one player we needed. We should have had Amari instead of Gallup. That was the other player, and we should have been giving Fowler more snaps. Those 3 players alone probably push us over the edge, but they like our guys. And so the reason, so I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all seeing Jay and Mozzie with no veteran depth, because they are the drafted guys.
Yeah, and look, I'm gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? That's unpopular right now. A lot of y'all out here, like, man, we do need a better running back in the room. This, that, and third. You know what I'm saying? The best running back that's out in free agency right now that fits this scheme, a lot of y'all ain't gonna want to hear it. It's Zeke. It's Zeke. But you did him wrong. You did him dirty. If I'm Zeke, I wouldn't even want to come back here.
Hell no.
I wouldn't even want to come back here at all. I don't even want him to come back.
No.
But I know what we want for the run game. He is the best available to provide what the hell we want out of the run game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard. It'll be hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to look at, oh man, his average was this, his average was that. Man, ain't no way you gonna look at the film or what he even put on, you know what I'm saying, what he displayed last year. Every time that boy got in the rhythm, they pulled him.
Yeah, man.
They
I ain't gonna
pulled
talk about Zeke.
I'm gonna get up off of that, but look, y'all go ahead and share this, man. Go tag the Cowboys in this, y'all. That's what I mainly call for, man, because we need to put pressure on them, man. We the biggest fan base. We gotta put pressure on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of this, man.
Yeah, it's
if y'all tired, then you know what I'm saying, apply pressure.
That's
you know what I'm saying? But if not, then roll with the punches. I'm gonna roll with them too. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, you know what I'm saying, we all should be wanting to win 6, man. And right now, you know what I'm saying, we gotta go. We have to, you know what I'm saying, it's like we ain't even getting ahead of the trend. The trend right now is the league is becoming a running league. Everybody else like, man, shit, let's air that bitch out. We got Pickens and Lamb. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well,
Philly got the Devontae and goddamn gone. They got Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, bro, and they still running the ball. They was running it. You know what I'm saying? They had them with Miles Sanders, and they still was running the ball.
That's right.
Clean run.
That's right.
Get Dak a run game, man. Get Joe Milton a run game. All right, bro. Shit, I'm out, bro.
Good call, bro. My boy Black. So let me run through some of the tweets that I fully agree with, because this is also, you know, me just giving y'all my thoughts on that preseason, right? Shout out to my boy Lou, man. Lou is one of my brothers I love for real, man. That dude. I just love people that's really out there, because it's a lot of sucker stuff in the space, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's not too many people that's gonna be honest and talk that real, you know. But he was just showing all them pancakes that was happening at that one tech position. Just watching these dudes get like kablukied, like my boy OC would say. And then you see them running right off of it, right? You see them having just massive runs off that one tech, and they splattering them dudes, you know. So we been screaming, we've been saying for a long time, respect one tech, and you know, we still ain't respected. And you know, my girl Debbie, she had a good comment. I'm gonna just kind of give my thoughts on some of the most fire tweets I saw today, and I'm gonna give a quick commentary on it because I think it matters. Also, man, I'm noticing something. Them likes is way down. Let's get them likes up before I go to these fire tweets that I got, because I want to show some of y'all thoughts, because I felt like some of y'all hit these thoughts real good. Hit that like for your boy though. Whether you watching on Facebook, you watching on YouTube, hit that like. Smoke 140 say we played, hold on real quick, 4-3 the whole game, even at the goal line. Yeah, that's what Rod used to do. Rod ran that 4-3. I ain't got no problem with the 4-3. So, but I want to just talk about some of these tweets. I'm gonna be quick with these tweets. And Debbie said, and what about the other players who are playing for a spot on the team? He seems more interested in showcasing Milton's arm. And see, that's the same thing that happened with Trey Lance. And then you got that guy that was going off on us, that casual fan. He was going off, right? And we over here knowing what we looking at. We just did the same stupid thing last year. Do y'all remember that Trey Lance was averaging 60 pass attempts? It was either 40 or 60. It was crazy. Either one of them numbers is crazy. So let me just ask you a question. How does your running backs get in rhythm if your quarterback throwing it 60 times? Can you please explain that to me? How does your offensive line in preseason get better at that run fit if you throwing it 60 times? How? So this is how you know this ain't Brian, because that's stupid football. You in a running back competition and you come out throwing it 6 times? Let's just use our common sense. Which athlete do you need to know, or which group do you need to gain more confidence from in preseason? The backup quarterback room or the running back room? Let's just use our common sense. Which group needs to compete and show who the guy is more? The backup quarterbacks or the running backs? But Brian supposed to be so stupid that preseason 1 was about trying to figure out who Joe Milton was. And I know Brian ain't stupid. He's smart at football. The people that will want to see what Trey Lance can do and what Joe Milton can do are the people that like the controversy that comes from that. Who like the headlines against Dak. So common sense said you should have featured your running backs. And then some of y'all got the nerve to come at us, content creators, because we know football and we telling the truth. And then I get a call from Tuck and he say, what's up, Tuck in the building? I just saw that. What's up, boy? And he say, man, Trey Lance over there looking good. But you want to know why Trey Lance looking good? Because now the offense that he in has balance. They not asking him to throw it 60 times. If you ask any quarterback to throw it 60 times, they go look bad. Tom Brady go look bad if you ask him to throw it 60. He go throw 3 interceptions, I promise you. But then we want to Trey out of here because he threw 4 interceptions, but everywhere else he lit it up. And we forgot that Trey Lance was out dueling Daniels in week 18. We forgot that part. But guess what? Week 18, we ran the ball. So this goofy preseason plan, oh, we not cooked. Shotty said before the game. Shotty said before the game, we not cooked. Remember, we not cooked. Shotty said before the game, they're not going to run certain. See, bro, you can't come in here with that casual stuff. No, bro. It's about which philosophy would help Joe Milton. That's why Tuck had me rolling. He was right. Joe Milton out there breaking boys' arms. Why? You never got him in rhythm. You never got his confidence up. You didn't give him some play action. You came out there gunning with him, and then you make him look bad, and then the fans turn on him. Y'all made Trey Lance look bad, then he go somewhere else, and he looked great. It's your goofy ass plan. Yeah. So hold on, what was this tweet? Oh, I ain't gonna talk about that. Let me go to this one. So, my boy Foot say, Jay Tua will learn how to play these blocks. And then Lou, he kept it real. Only thing to learn is conditioning. He said it nicer than me. I said something totally different. We ain't got time for Jay to learn no goddamn blocks. We ain't got time for him to learn, bruh. Okay, let me just ask a question. For the people who know football, who is our first week opponent? Let me just ask the people who know football. For the people who know football, who do we play week 1? Who? Do we play the number 1 offensive line or the 31st or 2nd? When do we have time for Jay to learn, bro? Do we have time for him to learn? Hell nah, bro. And Lou is right. It's gonna take Jay time. And Jay was exactly what I knew Jay was gonna be. He started with flash. I like what I saw in the beginning, but I was like, he a rookie. He not used to this level. He not used to them bars in them trenches. Like my boy Lou say, they got that gray in their beard. They got grown man strength. And so now y'all gonna watch Jay get knocked out of holes, and y'all still gonna be, give a young guy a chance, boss. Come on now. Now you got actual evidence of him getting kablookied. And y'all shitting on Mozzie, and Mozzie never looked like this one time the whole preseason game. But that's the one you attacking? Okay. Okay, sure. Let's keep going. I'm just talking through all my observations. Some of it through my brother's tweets. So check this out. Just I'm giving y'all all my thoughts on preseason. I'm gonna be done with this. So for people that didn't understand why we need y'all to take it easy on our back when y'all come in here with that casual stuff.
Take it easy on my back.
So Javonte Williams continues to see the most reps with the starters per John Matoda. And then Lou said it right. Based on what? Why? So you've been sending out, you've been talking about competition this whole time, but you just, so is this really competition or is this entitlement? The running back competition is the most important competition and you bubble wrap them? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And then we supposed to be like, oh, we finna be, man, we going to the Super Bowl this year, bro. If you don't sit your, bro. And this is one of the most important ones right here, bro. I said free Izzy. If Izzy not over boot next preseason, then Brian talk on competition was all talk.
Take it easy on my back.
Clap it up for my damn self. See, something going on with that bullshit, bro. It's something going on with that. And then it get even, I already showed this, but I'm gonna show it again. See, something is looking very political. Where Law Nation says respectfully, if Stephon Gilmore showed up in a Walker boot, I'm still putting him over Andrew Booth. And then Brian chimes in, kind of giving us some insight. Like, the more I ask, the more pushback I receive. Because everybody with common sense knows that Izzy is better than Booth. Yeah, Tuck. Yeah, bro, we got the wee woo special out. Yeah, man, it was.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
Tuck just said we got the wee woo. Yeah, it was wee woo the entire off season, bro. It was. All that competition, ping pong tables, they gotta earn it every day. Nah, you ain't running nothing, bro. They running it. Yeah, you Deference. And see, I don't blame you, bro, because they crazy. They fired Jimmy Johnson. See, people like to talk tough. Well, just show your nuts. Just show, man, just say F that and go out. Well, shit, well, these dudes, you got you on a 3-year contract, bro. So, you know, you go at least try to get as many checks as you can. So, yeah, y'all go ahead and sink your own ship. And I'm going to go and collect this check just like Mike McCarthy did. And I'm going to say, you know what? When it's time to go, I'm going to be like, I'm out, bro. I got all my money. I'm out. Cool. Yeah, it was wee woo the entire off season, bro. Yep.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy.
And
he
see,
do the wee woo.
And see, Tuck, when we tell the truth, we the bad guys. When we tell the truth, we the bad guys.
So say good night to the bad guy.
When we honor enough to say, bro, they played us, bro. They watched all that and they went and said, no, F that. Nealon ain't playing. Williams ain't playing. Yeah, Booker ain't playing. I'm running this team. Got your coaches out there contradicting themselves. Clayton out there. Yeah, I really don't pay attention until they put the pads on, and I really pay attention when it's under pressure, under the lights, in the games. But yet you don't have real competition under the lights to try to see who are the guys that can handle it under pressure. Okay. All right. And then I got to be the person that say the truth on this is BS. What we just saw preseason 1. It was BS. And if you was pissed, that only means you really know football. That's what that means. If you was pissed, you know the game. Now, if you over here like, it's just preseason, you are likely casual. You like old boy. Yeah. So, and then I tweeted, damn. Because, see, I knew what it meant. Oh, shit. They protecting Booth. Are you kidding me, bro? Talk about that. Shout out to Okoye, because I want to address this too. Been a lot of noise on Mozzie. Been a lot of noise on Mozzie. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes we can go too far. All of us, right? So people bringing up Mozzie don't love football like he was out there playing bad. That's why you need independence, bro. Cause see, the person who will really come with the evidence, who known for coming for the evidence, is Okoye, bro. He don't go with the crowd, bro. He don't, bro. And he was like, them opinions gotta match the film, bro. That's, all that Mozzie, like, listen, y'all. The person that was getting kablookied out there was Jay. Okay? Is you not go find the clips on Mozzie like you found on Jay. Okay? Let me just tell y'all straight up. All right? You're not gonna find it. But yet he was the main talking point. And it's like, no, bro. Like, not that game. Okay? So, I challenge y'all. I'm going to challenge y'all to think independent, bro, because it's easy to be swayed. And see, I love that Okoye said this because he walking in the spirit that I walk in. Show me. So, this is the deal. When somebody actually does the work, that's who I'm going to listen to. And he's showing it. He's showing it. Now, to be all the way thorough, the real best way to do it is just to turn the film on and look at both of them. No clips. Just let it run. That's the truth way to do it. So, listen, y'all. I didn't go live yesterday because I was pissed. I was like, bro, if I go live today, I needed to calm down. I needed to calm down first where I could talk and just kind of talk about this stuff relaxed. You know what I mean? But I'm going to just tell you straight up, bro. They playing us, man. And we were right, bro. We shouldn't accept this, bro. We shouldn't accept this, bro. So, sadly, how do you fix this? How do you fix this? Prayer. It's gonna take God to fix this, bro. Jerry just basically flipped over the table of culture. When you bubble wrapped all them players, you sent an ugly message to the whole team. And so then that's why people, why does Dallas look flat? Why are the players not playing fast? Because y'all sent a message who your guys are in a mass level. You said we value these guys. We see us starting these guys. You other guys are potentially just role players. Yeah, where they should be out here competing with you, we told Will Greer, take the day off. But then you've been preaching competition all off season. So listen, y'all. Yeah, prayer. That's 1. 2, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We gotta get recalibrated by Philly. See, that's what's gonna stop cats like this dude. See, y'all don't want to listen to us yet. See, once Philly come in here, Philly go beat us by 3 touchdowns. I said it. The only way Philly not gonna beat us by 3 touchdowns, Dak go have to play out his mind. Cause you not go put Jay out there against the number 1 offensive line and just think we gonna be okay. You out your rabbit mind. And they go run right at him, bro. See, this previous game, they didn't really attack the one techs. They was attacking the edges this game. They didn't really get a lot going. But then when they attacked them one techs, they kablookied them boys. Nah, we got to get recalibrated. See, it's going to take us get hit in the mouth in a live game because y'all still ain't taking it serious. We going to have to get hit in the mouth in the link, running right at us. And then people go come to my channel and Tuck channel and Luke channel and say, how do we fix this? Instead of this type of stuff. And then we go say, shit, what we've been telling y'all, respect one tech. You should have got that 3 months ago. See, it should be a rallying cry to get the one, but it ain't. It ain't. Yeah, because see, y'all still want to hope. Yeah, so first we got to get hit in the mouth. I'm telling you what's going to fix this. Yeah, the reality that front office is playing. And then all the people that front office been moving different. Front office, yeah, you know, they better now. See, then they content go smell like dog shit. And y'all gonna want to go to some people that's gonna tell you the truth, because now you can handle it.
You can't handle the truth.
Because then we gonna tell you. We've been telling you, bro. We've been telling you. If we don't fix the one tech, bro, man, them dudes go, and they go boringly walk down field on us. And they go put the whole game on Dak, CD, and Pickens. Which is a dumb strategy. A dumb strategy on Philly. So, yeah, that's another thing that can fix us. Tragedy. Yeah. Yeah. Boss, you being negative. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. And let me tell you, because it was the dumb strategy of receiver by committee, y'all needed to get hit in the mouth. And once the fans saw this trash, we went and got Amari Cooper. Yeah, so sadly, I'm going to tell you the truth, bro. I don't feel like playing today. I don't feel like playing. We got to get hit in the mouth. Yeah, then y'all going to stop all this pom-poms. Then it's going to be about what do we really need to do to get better. It's like, do what we've been telling y'all to do. We've been telling y'all winter is coming. We've been telling y'all respect one tech. You never shared it. You never said nothing. You said I was just talking. You said Lou was just talking. You said Tuck was just talking. Y'all called us negative. And then when we come get hit in the mouth, now y'all gonna be like, oh, we need to get that one tech. Number 3. The player some kind of way gonna have to overcome Jerry and them, bro. It's gonna be up to them players, bro. They gonna just have to play out their mind. They gonna have to overcome the politics. They gonna just have to figure it out. They gonna have to come together, bro. And lastly, it's gonna be up to Will McClay. Will McClay gonna have to make a couple of more moves. He gonna have a nice reserve of guys that can come in and rescue us like Amari Cooper did. That's what's gonna rescue out of this. But I'm telling you, bro, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Jerry, with this deference bullshit, has totally threw a bomb into the culture of Brian Schottenheimer. You can even look at the body language of him and Clayton. Man, them dudes look defeated now, bro. I really watched them, and I don't blame them, bro. Your boss is crazy. Your boss will watch practice lit every day and say, you know what? Let's play Dolly Parton. That's the type of stuff you're dealing with.
And that's I've sat in handfuls of meetings with Schottenheimer. I've listened, I've watched him have deference to his head coach. I've watched him have deference to experience guys like Zimmer, guys Lou's got around. I've watched him bite his lip sometime when he didn't necessarily agree with that direction, but he bit his lip as his daddy would have told him to bite your lip. Have deference to the head coach. I've watched him exercise those things. I've